Greetings and salutations, I'm Keb. Welcome back to this Let's Play of Europa Universalis 4 as Spain, formerly Aragon. And by the time this episode goes online, on the next patch, the 1.20 Mandate of Heaven one is definitely out, so yeah, I think we're gonna keep playing this game though, for quite a while, because although I've gotten the Consulate of the Seas achievement, which was the primary reason for this playthrough, I would kind of like to see if I can restore the Roman Empire, and maybe get a few of these other things too. Because I suspect if I start over as a random nation, as I usually do, I won't be in anywhere near this kind of power position, so I'm gonna keep playing, I think, but of course on patch 1.19.2, so that we don't lose our achievement possibilities. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do that unless you have strong objections to it. If you do, by all means let me know in the comment field. I do listen occasionally. At any rate, what were we doing? Because it's been a week and so on and since I played. Right, we had just had a big war with France where we gained very little territory, but that's okay. We mostly set them back in the New World, and that's also a good thing. Let's see. Right, so we have to recover from the war before we do anything else. We're kind of out of manpower and everything else. I wanted to see if I had any CBs. In particular, Holy War CBs. And preferably outside of Europe. Yes, let's see. Hewaki, what's it? So, someone down here we have a CB on. Someone in the New World. Oh, there you are. So I have a CB on you. You have two allies. Come to think of it, have I gotten in a single colonial nation yet? No, but I will fairly soon. Where's our colonist, by the way? Oh, he's on way down here, right, yeah. We should have a colonial nation fairly soon, and then things will get more fun. I need to just see if I can curb these others from getting those, though. You're allied to Russia. Well, in that case, I think Norway's colonies are fairly safe for a long time. And the same is true for England, though they shouldn't have the bonus up here anymore. Claimed by England, right? But they're no longer Catholic. So shouldn't the claim be voided? Has it been voided? I can't tell unless I send a colonist there, and that's not something I have time to spare for. At any rate, we are going to take it easy and basically recover, I think. We have put our armies out of funds. We are coring quite a lot of things. Did we get the interior colonies here? Yes, we did. Okay. Or more correctly, we got the vision of them. That's what I was wondering about. Will I be able to see them? Oh, and I forgot to raise the autonomy over here. This might be a bad idea. And the reason it might be a bad idea is that as soon as we create a colonial nation here, they'll start with 100% autonomy floor. So they'll have no resources whatsoever. The colonial nation will simply inherit whatever you have. So they'll struggle considerably initially. Oh well, do we have any other colonial lands? Or lands at all? With significant revolt risk. Yeah, Lyonnais. And Toulouse, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that seems to be it. Okay. All our ill-gotten gains. So I guess we're gonna be just taking it easy for a while. And of course it is a new session, so everything's changing here. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. This one hurts. Okay, Poland decided to switch rivals. No longer England. They're going for Denmark. Well, from a geopolitical point of view, I can see why you would do that. But that kind of puts our alliance in peril. No, actually no, we still both rival the Russians. So there's that. I don't think I'm going to change my rivals. The only one I could add is Poland anyway, so... Generate, what else? You want access. Because I basically split your land in half. Sure, Pope, we like you right now. For the time being, we like you. Let's see now, my policies. I do have... Oh, wait a second. What are you doing up here? Right, I used you to ferry troops in the south. Yeah, that's fine. I was wondering why I had a small fleet detached there. But yeah, we do have policies going. That one I can't cancel yet. I'm uncertain if I want to use it further. Actually, yeah, come to think of it. Let's see now, if I create seedling provinces, so to speak, and converting the cultures next door will be cheaper later on because of adjacency. So we'll spend a little bit of Diplo on that, convert this. That means all the provinces around there is going to be cheaper to convert, and this is not going to be, these are not going to be cultures I'm going to keep. So that's those. Whom I suppose could convert everything in that area. But then we'd need to... No, this. Oh, that's actually Ottoman. Never mind. Yeah, okay, let's convert this town, home, and that can convert everything nearby there. So most of our gains down there can have the adjacency bonus next time we do a culture conversion. Unless these finish by 77. Yeah. No, we're gonna wait. I'm gonna disband this one, and then we're gonna wait. The last time we enacted that policy simply because we got an event that reduced the cost of culture conversion. And I would like to convert more cultures, I really would, but... and we do have the setup for it, I mean, minus 45%, that's pretty good. Could be better, of course, but... I kinda want to do that, but yeah, at this point we need to catch up in tech and stuff, so... And before then we need to catch up on institutions, that's what we're saving up money for right now. And we need to work down our war exhaustion, we need to... Yeah, we have some things to do. Do we have any loans, by the way? I don't think so. No, we do have a fair bit of unrest. Which is quite expected. Now, we haven't taken sides in the war of religion. And our enemies are pretty much already set up, right? The Ottomans, the French, they're on this side. The Russians. But England is on the other side. This is Poland, our friend. And Austria, which is also our friend. Now, I don't really want to fight in this war. That's the thing. We'd have to, because we're kind of the powerhouse here. Russia would basically crush Poland. England would not be able to land troops on French soil. Bohemia is on the other side, Ottomans on the other side. Let's see, Denmark, Brandenburg, Lithuania, are they in this? And Milan. Let's see, Denmark is on that side, unfortunately, so is probably Bohemia. Brandenburg, definitely. Let's see. Well, there's Bohemia, yeah. Okay, that leaves Milan. It's Milan on this side. I don't see Milan. Netherlands is on the Catholic side, Utrecht. Lithuania, good. Sweden is on the Catholic side. Wait, okay, so Sweden's independent, yes, of course, because Denmark kind of ate them. Yeah. And there's a risk that you'll vote in Brabant. Which is Catholic. Of course, we would still be dragged into this because of Austria. Austria is the emperor. They'll be declared war upon. We are allied to Austria. So I could ditch my alliance with Austria before then. That's an option. Now, if I join the other side, we might just have a chance at this. Poland and Lithuania combined might be able to hold off against Russia. And the Turk. Yeah, so the big... Oh, Cleves is actually a pretty big power. Okay. What about Salzburg? Salzburg, have you picked sides? There has been a fair bit of blobbing in the Empire, so... Ultimately, I don't give a damn how the Empire actually... yeah, how it concludes, I intend to destroy it completely anyway. But if I'm gonna be part of it regardless, I don't know if I get the modifier for being part of the religious wars if I'm called in as an ally to Austria. That's why I'm uncertain about here. I know if I click this button and join, I'll definitely get the modifier for participating in the religious wars. But if I don't, I'll still be called into the war. Because it'll be a defensive call, most likely. Or it'll never happen. But doing that will completely destroy my chances at getting good relations with these fellers. That's also not really in my interest. For instance, Cleves right now, they're neutral to me. That basically would stop my chances at creating vassal states in the long run. And it would have another side effect too. It just might turn England friendly, which is not really something I want. Speaking of them, yeah, I can't actually check, I don't have a free diplomat. But they're part of a league now, so if I declare war on them, I assume I'm going to be free fighting the whole darn league. Well, technically, yeah, you're allied to everybody else. I don't think it's any point for me doing this. The only thing that would do would change the balance of power, which would mean that they would be less likely to attack. And if it becomes a Protestant empire, let's see, there's a modifier for that somewhere. I'll find province, I don't know. Trigger modifiers. Let's see, Protestant empire. So that'll only apply if you are Protestant. Actually, And you get this just for being Catholic. Huh. Yeah, okay, maybe we do want to join then and make sure that the Empire becomes Catholic. Let's see. We can't really do those things. We already discovered how painful this modifier is. Jerusalem, on the other hand, and Mecca. Want to see if we can secure those. East Indian trade route. Yeah, we're not going to have conquest of the New World, so we're not going to get that, sadly. Are there any other target modifiers? No, none that we care about. Okay. Are there any other decisions? Well, it's a counter-reformation, but the tech cost reduction is... yeah, tech cost, ID cost goes up. Yuck. Extra missionaries won't help a darn thing. We don't need to strength against heretics. At least right now it wouldn't help a darn thing to embrace the counter-reformation. And the extra papal influence is negligible. Let's see, anything else? Blasphemy Act would be awesome if we ever got it. Privateers, no, we're not gonna go maritime ideas ever. And that's the same thing here. Ain't gonna happen. Not gonna become theocratical, yeah, that's not impossible for us. At any rate. Advancement of religion, no. Permanent national unrest is just not good. And we don't really need tolerance of heretics. Because we're gonna convert them so fast. And I can't get rid of this one just yet, that policy, because we're still integrating 2 subjects. That's gonna be another couple of years. Though, technically... No, let's do it. I mean, we already enacted it. I might as well go with it. Technically, I'm still just trading admin points for a reduction in Diplo points. And I need admin points way more than I need Diplo. Then again, we were thinking about taking diplomatic ideas. So it could be good just to stockpile points. At any rate. Eeny, meeny, miny. Let's see now. Poland broke their military agreement. Yeah, that's because you're on the opposite sides of this conflict. You're also allied to Bohemia, and that's gonna break. Almost certainly. Monopoly competent formed. Ooh, my word. Okay, so... yeah, this event. Oh. Okay, so basically we can get all the money right now. That's... My god, that's a lot of money. 1,464 ducats. Or we can get 50 Diplo points and 15% trade efficiency. Now, how much are we making from trade? This is a 10-year modifier, I think, yeah? Yeah. So current trading efficiency is plus 45%. We are making 42 a month. Okay, my goodness, how does trade efficiency compute into this mess? I wish I could see exactly how much those 15%, how many ducats would that equate to over 10 years? How do I even start computing that? Because 15% trade efficiency, that's the number here, no? Okay, that's trading efficiency, which is fine. Let's see, where the heck do we apply it? That's actual income, that's trade power, that's current trade power, and that is the value. Yeah, that's fine. Not what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find the exact numbers I get out of this. Okay, there's the darn trade power, right? 20 from tech, 15 from burgers, Consulate of the sea. Yeah, that's the income modifier, because that's what trade efficiency actually is, right? Yes, okay. So just call something different in another menu. So this is the standard number. So basically I'll be making 15% extra on the sum of 22.71 ducats. Right? Yeah. So that's that collection and that collection. So we'll go from collecting 22.71 plus 6 point ducats, so that's 28 ducats. Can I see the raw sum up here? I can't see the raw number, damn it. Okay, so instead of having a base value of 20, the base value is the same, darn it. 28 ducats is the base value, which currently equates by boosting it by 45% up to 42. So instead I'd have 28 plus 60%. Ah, mathematics. I hate mathematics. 42 minus 28, that's 14, roughly. Okay, let's see that. That's 14 ducats. Currently, the difference between the base value of our income and the 45% bonus. So I'd have to get another 25% of 14. That's... oh... So say another 3.5 ducats then. Okay. Another 3.5 ducats a month. So that's 35... 40... Say 42 ducats a year, times 10 years, 420 ducats. Okay, roughly, that's ballpark numbers, and of course they're gonna change. But I think that's roughly where we're going. So I have a choice between... Finally, I can actually compute here. Choice between approximately 420 ducats over the time span of 10 years, and that will vary depending on all the other modifiers. Right now we have lowered values simply because we have so much overextension, and that reduces our trade efficiency and all that fun stuff. So it is going to be higher than 420 ducats, depending on what everything else that will happen with trade, and 50 Diplo points. So the roughly my choice is: do I want to spend 1,000 ducats to gain 50 Diplo points? It took me quite a while to calculate all this, but that's basically the decision tree we have here. 1,000 ducats for 50 Diplo points. And as much as I like Diplo points, I don't think they're worth 1,000 ducats. So we're gonna go with payment in front. Because that will immediately allow us to embrace the printing press. Are there any provinces that are very close to embracing the printing press? No, that's 30 no, that's not gonna happen for a while. 45, no. 50. That's not actually not ours. Let's see over here. 70%, it's getting close. And then there are these. Yeah. So I could wait and save a few ducats still. Don't think I'm going to. And I'll immediately have to use those points anyway. But that's okay. We had a we had a Miltech ready to go. Yeah. Okay. Embrace. I shouldn't lose the points yet, since we're still paused. And then I can just click this, and it'll be all good. Lovely. And we should also be able to get this. Yeah, the spy network in France, that kind of helps. That really helps, actually. Yeah, we'll advance quickly here. We need to catch up in tech. We need to get up to 14. Don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. Need to spy a bit more on our friends, that's about it. Right, we had another unit type. Was it cavalry, right? Yeah. Can't make this a core yet. Though I can make more states. You're part of which states? Here. Okay. Up here, there, Liguria, all of Greece, Alexandria. These are all places that could be worthwhile, I suppose, turning into states. But that will cost admin points. Erg. It would be nice to do that, because then they would start ticking down from 75% autonomy. And there's another thing. We're gonna get the new culture soon. And culture only applies to states. There are 2 territories, which basically... There are a handful of choices there. Let's see, cultures. So... I could stay up Lyonnais and this area here and accept Occitan as a culture. I could accept Tuscan as a culture. I have all the Tuscan provinces already. And they are all states, so I'd immediately get a benefit from that. Or I could accept Greek, but that would require making states here to make it worthwhile. And how many states do I need to get all the Greek cultures? Let's see. You're part of which state? Eastern Med Islands. Basically this. Okay. These 3. Then you have Morea and northern Greece and Macedonia. And Western Aegean as well. Okay, so basically 5 states. Five states to get all the Greek provinces. And that's all we have. That's a lot, but then at least we don't have to worry about culture flipping the Greek territories at all. And we've had them for a while, so they're at 75% autonomy. These provinces are fairly new, so they're still above 75%. These are below, that's true, because they are already ticking down. Now you get more out of this. Though, here's the thing, from a role-playing perspective, and I'm thinking ahead here. If I'm gonna go Roman, I kind of want to turn all of Italy into Roman culture. And everywhere else for that matter. Then again, I don't know if Roman is a cultural union of anything. I need to look that up, actually. If Roman is a cultural union, then switching tech cultures here is technically not worth it. I have to go and look that up. And maybe I'll do that right now, because it is time for a short break. So I'll do that. Thank you for watching.